The basic foundation salt and pepper. So we want to expand your vocabulary and also your taste buds. How many tastes do we have? We have 5. Could you name them?
Bitter, sour, sweet,
Yes.
Bitter.
salty.
Yes, correct. Missing one?
Umami.
Yes, umami. Umami. Yes. Monosodium glutamate, meaning in Japanese mean beautiful, beautiful, tasty flavor. Okay. So this is basically what we're going to learn today. We're going to challenge your palate. So I have different things for you to try. You're going to try them, and you're going to guess at the same time. So hopefully you have a bottle of water because you will need it. And there is also some drawings. So those who find some, maybe one time if you find the right answer, then you will have a nice gift that we have for you also. And maybe some drawing also during these presentations. I guess we can start. So the first question I will ask you, how many of you use more than salt and pepper? Oh, really? Okay, what is your favorite spice?
Garlic.
Garlic? Garlic, is it a spice? Okay, let's establish this. Garlic, is it a spice?
Right.
It's a vegetable. It's the family of onion, leeks, chives. It's not a spice. Okay, let's rename this. Okay. What kind of spices are you using? What's your best spice?
Cilantro.
Cilantro. Is it a spice, cilantro?
No.
Cilantro is a herbs.
Nutmeg.
Okay, let's define. Okay, cumin. Okay, let's define what is spice and what is herbs. Okay, where do you find herbs?
It's a plant.
It's everything green, leafy plant. Okay, is herbs. Okay, give me some example of herbs. Parsley, basil, mint, tarragon, rosemary. Awesome, you got it. Lemongrass. Okay, tarragon. Actually, tarragon. You know what tarragon is? Is called in French the king of herbs. They use is actually enhance the flavor of. The French people use tarragon more than any other herbs. And the reason why they call it the king of herbs because he have a way to bring subtlety and to the dish. He make a simple dish like a 4-star dish. Tarragon itself. You should try this. Okay. Okay. Where do you find spices? Okay, in the Caribbean, yes. Is it only in the Caribbean, though? Middle Eastern, India, in North Africa, they have a lot of spices. And also in the Caribbean, also, of course. I'm from the Caribbean, Martinique. Martinique we have a lot of spices there. And okay, someone mentioned seeds. Okay, give me an example of seeds.
Fennel.
Yes, correct.
Mustard seeds.
Yes. Where else do you find spice?
Nowhere else.
Yes, you can. Bark. Okay, bark. What is an example of bark?
Cinnamon.
Yeah. One day I was hiking in a beautiful hike in the Caribbean, somewhere in Martinique, and we found a big giant tree, a cinnamon tree. And you know, this is one tree that you can peel the bark and the tree will still stay alive. It's self-healing. The Lord just put it this way, it can heal itself. So you can take all the bark you want and you will not kill the tree. Okay, you mentioned the bark, and what else? Where else can you find spice?
Ginger.
Okay, what is the ginger from where? The root. Okay, perfect. That's good. That's why there is variety of flavors, and because they come from different places in the plant. Where else?
Chili.
Chili, yes.
Peppers.
Chili, peppers, oh, yes. Okay. Where else?
Flowers.
Okay, in the flower, what is in the flower?
Pollen. Stamen.
Steaming. Okay, it's give me an example of steaming.
Saffron.
Saffron, yes. You know it take acres to make a pound of saffrons. You know that's why it's so expensive. The most expensive herb is before cardamom. Cardamom is the next one, more expensive. Any others? There is one more.
Mace?
Okay, the mace and
Is it saffron and mace that are together?
no. Later on I will show you what is together with the mace.
Oh.
But you're almost there. Okay, it's a pod.
Okay.
Okay,
Vanilla.
cardamom powder, vanilla, yes, and nutmeg also is come in a pod also. Okay, so those are the families of spices. Okay, so do you want to repeat them? I don't want you to forget. I'm your teacher, you're my student today. School is starting back again. Okay, you will be tested after this.
Start
Okay.
with pod. You start with the last one, pod.
Okay, pod, bark,
Root.
root,
Seed.
seeds, and stems. Yes. Stigma. Okay, the saffron. Awesome. So now we define our taste bud, we define our spices and herbs. Please do not make mistake anymore. What is herbs? What is spices? Okay. So now, because I will challenge you again very soon. Okay. So also, there is different flavors for spices. People many times say your food is too spicy. What that mean too spicy? I don't know what you mean because cumin is not spicy. Coriander is not spicy. So what do you mean? Okay, so we have to define what is the flavor of a spice. So a spice can be what? Hot.
Hot
What
or
else?
too much flavor, or something like too much of an ingredient or something.
Yeah. Okay, can be pungent.
Intense.
Okay, pungent.
Overpowering.
Okay, so we call it pungent. We say hot. Is there any other way to define a spice? No. Yeah, mild, but yes.
Salty.
No, unless if you were salty, maybe.
Maybe
So-
too salty, yeah.
No.
Bitter?
Bitter?
Sweet. and what else? There is come on.
Give us a hint.
Are you talking about all the 5 taste buds?
No, not the entire taste box. So there is pungent, the sweet, and what else? Hot, you mentioned hot. Amalgamation, you know amalgamations? Amalgamation is a blend of different spices, like curry, like masala, like all those things. So
Like too busy.
the 5 spice, 4 spice, so it's a blend of different spices. So we call it amalgamations, you know? So there is this one, but also there is also tangy. I don't say it well.
Tangy. Yeah, you said it well.
Tangy,
You said it well.
okay, tangy.
Yeah.
Okay, tangy also is a flavor that also flavors that is in a spice also. So you have to make sure. So the reason why I mentioned all those things, remember those names, because when you're going to try those spices, I want you to use those terms.
Mm.
Okay, so let's repeat it again. Okay, my students. Sweet,
Sweet,
pungent,
pungent, hot,
hot,
tangy.
tangy,
Amalgamation.
amalgamations. Okay, you got it. Okay, you got it. So, I feel like there is something more before we start this thing also. There is different way of using spice also. Things that will enhance your spice. In the market now, they sell all kind of things. Have you seen like the garlic pickles? You just put a little bit and it just enhance your food for if you are into Indian food or curry or Middle Eastern food. That's one of them. But they have a lot of kind of different garlic pickle. But I have one also called mango. Mango. And after that, I can open it. You can try those. After this, if you want to come here, and I can let you try them. Okay. And it's kind of a little spicy. So be courageous. Hot. I mean, be courageous. Be strong. And take some water with you. But it's great. And there is a lime one. This is one of my favorite. Lime pickle. It's like when I make example, I make like a Indian dish. I like to put this inside, and it just enhances the flavor with all the spices that I put inside. It just something more, something like this is what we will do in restaurant. So I give you a little secret here and there. Okay. This turmeric you see are bright and golden and gold it is. This is the way when you buy a spice, when you buy ground spice, make sure it's alive, it's fresh, and when you smell it, it must smell it may spell the spice that you bought. When you buy spice, the best things is to buy spice that is whole spice. Okay. Let's say you buy cumin. Cumin is best to buy the cumin seed, that ground cumin. There is a place for ground cumin, and we call it. Let's say you want to use ground cumin. The Indian cuisines, they have different layers of flavor. Example, different layer of flavor. So they start whenever you do a spice, you must make sure that you do what before you use the spice.
Taste it.
Toast it. Why do you do this? Why? What is the reason why we cook? Why do we cook with herb and spices? To bring what?
Flavor.
Flavor, aroma, and good taste. If those things is missing, why cooking? You know, so the aroma, the flavor, everything. So I will say something like this: aroma and taste give what? Flavor. Aroma and taste bring flavor. Okay. So when you use spices, you have to say to yourself, how can I bring this spice to bring the most flavor possible without putting too much in it? You know, that makes sense. The way to do it, she mentioned, is toast your spice first. If you do toast your spice first, what will happen? You release the chemical agent into your spice and bring the flavor that you want without overwhelming the dish. Okay, let's say I told you to put cumin, coriander, and fenugreek into your dish. What will happen if you don't toast it? It'll be pungent. It'll be like a big of flavor just come to your nose like this. It's like, oh, this is way too much. And you say, oh, this is way too much. But if you toast your spice, it'll be a subtlety. It'll be like blending. You smell, you taste it, but it's not overpowering. Correct? So you want to taste it first. And also they call it blooming. Blooming. Who knows about blooming? Can you tell me about it?
Blooming, once the spice hits the oil, it opens up, and so
Yes.
whatever you put in the dish, you'll coat it evenly better and it has a better
Correct.
taste. Yeah.
Okay, so you can toast your spice, and I like to do the blooming for when I use ground spice. So I toast let's say I toast some whole spice like cumin, coriander first on a skillet. Then I put my onions, I put my garlic, I put everything, and then I put the powder spice, the powder one, like let's say chili powder, cumin powder, whatever powder, with the oil in it, and it will give another layer of flavor. You build layers of flavor. The blooming just brings more subtlety to your spice also. Okay, so I want you to try this. We couldn't use a kitchen and we couldn't do cooking, but I want you to imagine. Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes. Okay, let's say we make. Do you like mushrooms?
Yes.
Do you like
Yes.
do you like tofu? Do you like what else? What vegetable do you like? Leeks, celery, something like this. Okay, so before I use this, I'm going to toast my spices in the skillet. So close your eyes, and we choose cumin and we choose curcumin seed. We choose fenugreek seeds, and we're going to choose also cardamom. I'm going to toast it. Then I'm going to put my oil into my skillet, my saucepan, and then I'm going to saute my onions with my mushroom, my leeks, my celery, my zucchini. I'm going to saute this nicely, and then after this I'm going to add my ground chili, my ground cardamom. I'm going to use this into the dish. I'm going to put a little bit of coconut milk, and I'm going to put my salt and my fresh herbs, lemongrass, and all those things. Can you smell it? Can you smell it? The lemongrass, the lemons, I put some lime zest also in it, and cilantro at the end. What do you think? So this is the way you want to cook. Open your eyes. Okay? This is the way that you want to cook. Okay? Okay, this is a process. If you do, I use curry, but you can do any other dish. But this principle is very important. Well, now when you use herbs, what you want to do, dry herbs is great, but fresh herb is best. Okay, but there is a place for dry herbs. There is a place for it. Okay. Whenever you use fresh herb, if you don't have fresh herb, the recipe asks for about a cup of basil, example. You're going to use about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of dry basil, okay? Usually it's 1 for 3, okay? So whenever you use fresh herbs, there is fresh herbs that you never should put in the beginning of your cuisine. Never, never, never. It's like you buy this basil like $10 and you put in the beginning and it's no more basil flavor after 30-40 minutes of cooking. What a waste of money. Huh? So you don't want to do this. So what you want to, there is herbs like basil, cilantro, remember that, you're going to be tested. Basil, cilantro, tarragon, dill, parsley. You must put them 5 minutes before you finish cooking, or even at the end completely. Okay? There is fresh herbs that you must put in the beginning. Bay leaves, rosemary, thyme, because those are woody and their flavor lasts through the process. Okay? So you want to put them in the beginning. Rosemary, thyme, bay leaf. Okay? Remember this. Okay? Could you tell me what I just said?
Rosemary, thyme, and bay leaf.
Okay, and the fresh herbs?
Parsley, carrot,
Tarragon,
basil.
cilantro.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah. And if you do want to cook with, if you want to dry, you have a beautiful garden, your garden do well. How do you preserve your herbs? What you do to preserve them?
Dry them.
Dry them? How do you dry them?
Freeze dry.
You can do freeze dry, yes. You can. You take the leaves, you wash them first, and you freeze them. What else?
Put them in the sun.
Dehydrate, yes. Leave in the sun, like put it on the trays. Everything leave it on the sun, I guess. You can also turn it upside down, tie them, put in your basement, and it will dry very well this way. Okay. And then what I love to do in my restaurant, what I used to do, I put olive oil, I blend it with olive oil, all my herbs, and put in ice cubes. You know, and then whenever you need it, you just take some ice cube, and that's it. You know. So and if the flavor is intense, it's incredible, it's amazing. Okay, so you can do that also. Now there is a way also to use your herbs also this way. How many of you have done those? Okay, few. Okay, so basically this one here is Hungarian pepper, serrano pepper. Also garlic and rosemary, and I put some tarragon. So you want to bring all, you choose the, and this one is lemon zest, orange zest, lemongrass, and garlic, yes. Okay, so what you want to do is bring all those ingredients into a saucepan. You put enough the amount of oil you need. And then you bring it to 300-degree temperature, okay? 300, no more than 300, and then you let it steep for about 5 minutes. And then after that, you're going to put all your ingredients into the bottle, then pour your olive oil into it. And after 45 minutes, it'll be ready to be used, okay? And it can last about 6 months in the fridge, or a month and a half to 2 months outside. Okay, so try it instead of buying. Those things are expensive. Just make yourself one, and it's very decorative also. It's nice decoration on your table. You have a guest, and they can go ahead and try this over the salad and or the food and things like that. You know, and when you cook, you can just try this. If you want to try them after this, you're welcome to try them. Okay, I have some spoon there. You can try it. Okay. Question now. Let's see what gift you can have. What has the 5 tastes for spices? One person. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sweet, salty, sour.
Not salty. It's for spicy. Spicy.
Oh, spices. We said sour, sweet,
Pungent.
pungent, amalgamation,
Yes.
Hot.
and hot.
Very well.
Alright.
And it's not a sour tangy, but it's
Tangy,
fine. I'll give it
yeah.
to you.
Okay.
Okay, she got it. Okay, the next questions. The next questions. How many
Oh, thank you.
define what is a spice? One person. Define where you can find spice. Okay, go ahead.
That'd be a seed,
What's that?
a spice.
Okay, yes, but give, I have 5 places. Okay, go ahead.
It was a seed, a stem, bark, roots, and,
Pod, yeah.
Leaves?
We are
Pod. Pod. A pod.
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't hear.
2 peas and a.
Pod.
Very well, she got it. Okay, I will have more questions after this, okay? Okay, now let's go to the fun part. This is one thing, it's like a communion service, but it's not. It's not. This is actually all my spices that I put in those containers like this. So when I cook, I just like to open them as they are nicely away from light. Okay, there is a question I want to ask you. What is the element that will destroy your spice and will not that your spice will not last long?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. What else?
Moisture.
Moisture. Very well. What else?
Heat.
Heat. What else? Oxidation is when you open it. Yes. Air. Yeah. Perfect. You got it. Remember this one. You will quiz. Okay. And I have another one. Forgot. Okay. Here we come. What's that? I did that. Okay, but we're going to talk about it after. Okay. Okay, so I need your help. Hopefully there. Going to distribute this.